Yo. Alright, this is the Saturday chill stream. A lot of stuff's going on in the world right now. First off, let's get this off. I don't even know where to put this at. So I need a minute. Rest in peace, George Floyd. That video was, what we're used to seeing, you know, and the fact that me as a black man can say we're used to seeing that is bad. Like, you want to live your life. You want to believe in the dream of being able to grow up, get a decent job, grow old, get a house, picket fence and all that. Now, even if it's not a picket fence, you just want a life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And for some of us, that doesn't happen due to systems put in place and people, arbiters who try to keep that system in place. A lot of black people have lost their lives recently over just going about their regular day. Ahmaud Auburn, running, jogging, stuff anybody, we all do. Just imagine you going to the gym and someone just taking it upon themselves to do some vigilante justice. That's bullshit. A close friend of mine, sister, Atiana Jefferson, she was shot in her house by a police officer. In her house. Now, you can say what you want about all this. The people say that, well, maybe if they weren't resisting, or maybe if they did this. This woman was in her house. You're probably watching this from in your house, whoever's watching. I'm in my house, watching, doing this. They came to her. That's bullshit. Breonna Taylor, another one, recently. EMT, in her house, shot down by cops. Now, people say not all cops are bad. I hear that. But where are they when this stuff happens? Back to my point about living your life and trying to go through the pursuit of happiness or whatever, and then you want to have kids. So you have kids, and the system's still in place, and your kids have to go through this. Then you have to have the talk. Then you want to have kids. So you have kids, and the system's still in place. then the words you had about yourself going about every day, then you put that on your kids. I have two beautiful black sons. One day, they're going to be looked at as a threat. My first time happened when I was 8 years old in a grocery store. I looked suspicious to one of the people working there. I was brought into an office and I was kept there. I was there with my grandmother. They said I stole a pen. Now, the pen that I had in my pocket was the one my grandmother gave to me to write something down, because at that time, I'm 8 years old and I couldn't remember anything. The pen was chewed up. That didn't matter. I looked suspicious. I looked like I stole a pen. So they called the cops. My grandmother's looking for me in the store. They called me over the loudspeaker, and the guy was like, "Hey, that's you?" I was like, "That's my grandmother calling me." So she climbed up the stairs and she let them have it appropriately. 8 years old. Think about that. 8-year-old kids get to run, jump, play, sleep late, pick their nose. Some kids are still wetting the bed. But at 8 years old, some black kids are looked at as a threat and looked at as suspicious, and that is bullshit. I know we're here to play the games, and I know we're here to enjoy stuff, but as myself, as the leader of the Gentleman Squad, I feel like there's a point to where, as a gentleman, I need to speak. And it's tough. Now, that's me speaking as a black man. Looked upon is always a threat. You go to the gym, you can see them looking. You don't want to wear hoodies. You got to the point where I've started going earlier in the day so I can avoid people. Think about that. To avoid people. Not because of I smell bad or I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be looked upon as a threat. That's black men. Black women. The backbone of the black community. Get to watch their men, their sons, fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins get gunned down with no repercussion. None. No repercussion. The first thing they get is, well, maybe they shouldn't have insert patronizing comment here. The fuck is that? You know? Then they're left to, black women are left to clean up the mess. And I'm not saying mess like, no, it is a mess. It's an emotional mess. I have to now raise a child by myself, and then that's you're double knocked by society, because where's the father at? And if anything this child does later on in life, anything that is outside of societal norms, then that is always reflected poorly on the black mother, who in context lost her mate to violence. Not just black on black crime, that's bullshit too. Murder is a proximity crime. Just like if you have a sibling, you're going to get into more fights with that sibling than you do with somebody across the street, across the world, because you're right there. Stuff agitates. People will attack each other in close proximity. We see it all the time. So, kill that noise. Now, back to black women bringing up children on their own. Now they have to work and be the sole breadwinner because of systematic, in these instances of systematic racism, you know, either they're over policing black men or they're killing black men. They still have to make sure this family unit works. The church can only help so much. Granted. Now, they say a woman can go get assistance, but then you have the other stigma, the welfare queen, which is another myth propagated on black people. What do you want a black woman to do if you've taken away her light or a piece of her light? Black women, black children have to grow up knowing that the system doesn't work for them. Whether it be at the age of whatever they deem that you are a threat, that you're already looked on with society as not good enough, or if they're putting people in the kids' schools who can and will dissuade black children from being the best that they can be. That's how it starts. That's what the system is. I want to be this. Well, maybe try this. You see it in sports. You see it in other job fields. You know, you can only go so high as your skin color due to this systematic oppression. Kids are taught in school, in some schools, or told, you know, by the elders in the black community, you know, if you have to change your name to make it sound more palatable, that's bullshit too. That's systematic oppression. In these spaces I occupy, video games and quote unquote nerd culture, there are people who can speak Cleon. You can speak Elvish. You can speak any Game of Thrones names. But Lakeisha throws you for a loop. Get the fuck out of here. That's unfair. You're missing out on quality people due to your inherent bias because of X amount of thing. This. It doesn't work for you. Black Lives Matter in all aspects of it. Tony McDade. Tony McDade was a trans man who was killed by Tallahassee police. Unarmed. In his death, he's been misgendered and forgotten about. The LGBTQ community deserve better than this. Y'all love the culture. Y'all love the slang. Y'all love to... The culture is appropriated, and there's a show on HBO coming out. Y'all love to take the culture. The fighting spirit of the riots that they betrayed in the 60s and 70s, and the love that the community that they shown each other, y'all love taking that. But y'all will misgender and act like you don't know that these people are people. Everyday people. That trans man or woman, it could be someone who could save your life, or someone who can give you that push to do your best. But because of whatever bias you have, they're forgotten about. And it's equally worse in the black community. Y'all take everything from trans black people, but you don't give anything back. Black Lives Matter is all encompassing. It's not just hashtags. It's not just telling people, hey, I'm going to lose 20 followers. Who the fuck cares? If you tweet that out or you say stuff like that, it sounds inconsistent with what you're trying to do. It sounds like at any given point, when you lose too many people, you will go back to the status quo of not caring about black lives. That sounds paranoid, but it is a healthy fear. If you're gonna be an ally, be an ally. If you're not, then say that now instead of building up this trust and then leading people to the wayside. That's inconsistent. A couple months ago in the fighting game community, there was a debate on who could say the N-word. Y'all can't. Why do you want to say it? As a black man, it doesn't make you saying it doesn't make you any stronger. It doesn't unlock the gates of heaven. It doesn't unlock any seals. You don't get the corner office with the good view because you can say the N-word. Nothing happens. Choose another word. Black culture made this country. 400 years of slavery. This country is built on the back of blacks. Free labor. Yes, slavery existed in all other parts of the world, but the type of slavery that existed in America is unprecedented. Excuse me. Slaves were freed eventually in other countries. Here, 400 years. It's a long time. Half a century. I'm sorry. Not half a century. 4 centuries. 400 years. How many generations of that? For cotton. So then you get people who say, yeah, slavery ended. Slaves are freed, right? Emancipation Proclamation. Cool, right? No. No. Civil rights era shows up. Jim Crow era shows up. In Texas, Waco. Waco had public hangings. You could get a postcard with the hangings. You can look at the pictures and they have children out there. Public lynchings. People being dragged. Imagine this. Your family member goes out to work because they're free. Just gets picked up by a KKK member. You don't see them ever again. And then they feed you a story that this happened. That's not cool. So, if you're going to Black Lives Matter, go back to the beginning. Or do some research. Hashtag it now because it's cool. Whatever. And then the company's getting on board with this. We've always... No, you haven't. No, you haven't. YouTube, Twitch has been known to harbor and give platforms to people with racist past who continue to be racist. And they're not going to stop being racist because that's their brand. You feature us on Black History Month and that's where it stopped. Musicians and celebrities coming out with the hashtag, great, but you still appropriate black culture and don't give credit where it's credit's due. Why do you think all this stuff blew up on TikTok? TikTok was known for appropriating black culture. You can't even put Black Lives Matter in the app. There's a lot of things to think about and ways going forward. You can be against the protesting and the rioting. Some of that isn't us. Use the context, look at the videos, and ask more questions contextually. Yes, you can't believe everything you see, but you gotta ask those questions to get the truth. Black people have been fighting hard just to matter. That's crazy. Like, just to matter. Black lives matter. just to matter to somebody. If you're in relations with anybody, or at a job, or just think about it. You have been fighting or in relations in this toxic back and forth. And at some points in relationships and in a job, you're doing all this stuff you're just trying to be right for this. And all of a sudden, and then one point you just get upset and you say, man, do I even matter? At the lowest of your emotional pyramid, you ask the question, do I even matter? That's what makes the Black Lives Matter hashtag, for me, heartbreaking. We are just trying to matter. Once we matter, then we could possibly go up from there. What happens after all this? Because we've done this every summer. And I'm tired of it. Every summer. Mike Brown, summer. Orlando Castro, summer. Now, all these killings. Summer. Good cops need to speak up. If one of the people I'm employed with are making the department look bad, I'm going to say something. You're making us look bad. You need to get out of the paint. Get out. Because you're not helping us. Right now we're at the phase of the protest where I feel that capitalism is going to take over. We've already got hashtag wars. We've already got celebrities speaking out. Next, you'll start seeing t-shirts from major companies. Possibly. Just like they did COVID, they're going to find a way to monetize it and dilute the message. But stay on brand and know that Black Lives Matter. Be an ally or don't. It's that simple. What I'm going to do now is take a quick break to gather myself. And we'll come back with chapter 5, the explosive chapter 5 of The Wolf Among Us. we are back. Alright, so tonight we're finishing out Telltale game The Wolf Among Us. Let's hit this recap. It's episode 5.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
I don't know. Snow will come around. She's just... the crane thing hit her hard, and she doesn't really know who her friends are right now.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss. You've come a long way. You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff. Relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really, a carpaccio. It's lobster. Sirloin.
I'm here for one reason, and it's not to eat your fucking food.
Word.
Really?
Yeah.
You got cases to solve.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
Jersey Devil need to sit down before he get waxed like he did in episode 4.
Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery? Kidnapping? Extortion? Murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man, well-moneyed. People do like to take their shots at me.
You're right that there's a conspiracy, but you're the one behind it.
I have no need for treachery, Bigby. I do everything right out in the open. But I can understand the confusion, and I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
An unfortunate bit of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm the law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more than
That's
a...
enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter.
Do we
if you
believe
don't mind.
that? No, we don't believe it was Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Oh, well, maybe he did do
Protection
it.
has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get
are?
the fuck out of
I
here!
do apologize, Sheriff.
Wow.
but I
Y'all
think
need to
it's
get y'all
best if you
stuff
leave
all the
There's
way
no
together.
way I'm going with him.
Get
You
it together,
kidding me?
Cole.
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
I already told you. I'm taking both of you in, so let's go.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Oh, man.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, this is bad.
Take this!
What is that?
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Got him! Now!
Ooh! Alright, so we need to... Oh.
Oh god.
This
Yo, get to whatever that thing is in the back of the room. Let's go.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit!
I know.
We told Snow White we weren't gonna change, but
What was that?
oh, I got the wrong car.
No!
Take him off!
I can't!
Dang.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
He's just gonna change and walk right into the place.
Holy shit.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay. Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen, George?
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
gonna carry me.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered—
Of course it does. Those girls
So
are
it's
like—
all my fucking fault then? You fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice.
Oh, because he's a wolf. That's great.
I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
sometimes you just have to do what you're told.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Personal accountability.
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
What?
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
Promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, the spell's broken. They're all free.
But then
You know what
Vivian
happens to her?
dies.
The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that
She's
they
gonna
can
do
just
it!
do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them?
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them, what I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian.
Yo, she needs to stop.
Vivian. No! Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted?
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us.
Why do you care? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first?
Calm down.
Off one by one. That's what you wanna do, right?
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, alright? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I won't be a killer, Georgie.
You selfish bastard.
You got a lot of nerve.
Piece of shit.
He's here, all right. Of course. So this is where they've been sending these.
Oh man, the light just turned on. This looks like a trap.
Bigby Wolf.
Oh man.
The big bad wolf. You used to be something.
And they really been following you
They
this
used
whole
to
time.
fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
All right, silver bullets is being manufactured.
The big bad wolf.
Where's she at? What?
It's about time you showed up.
Where did she come from?
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Cut this shit out!
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Wow.
This is just sad.
Yeah, where is she going? Doesn't she like come through the mirror? Isn't that like her? That's crazy. That low-key kind of made me scared. Oh!
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Oh, she's a problem now. What is that? This is not the fight. She's clearly in an advantage. Oh, okay. When you get to this part, play this with headphones. This sounds crazy. Hey, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why are there so many of them? Well, this is a problem. Why are there so many of them? These shards of glass, got it. He huffed and puffed. He's blowing the house down. I thought she was gonna stick him in the eye. He turned into a whole wolf. A whole big bad wolf. So now we're just gonna talk? What?
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
What's the difference?
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth?
This is about protecting Fabletown. Some asshole murders two of our people. It's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in. Maybe you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Fine. I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
Nobody came for me.
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister?
You're getting lost in the
Where is
shuffle.
he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't.
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from the little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're an...
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk, well, go ahead.
What? We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's right. But we promised you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
This is such bullshit.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. But I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Is this going somewhere?
Straight to the point, I see. You'll make a fine deputy mayor. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and
Oh boy, here we go.
helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Archie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What? You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Which is why the Crooked Man must be punished for his crimes. The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. While we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
Man, he is turning this on everybody.
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie killed them.
Let me just make sure I understand. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for George's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashes while under your watch.
Under my watch?
Maybe he's right. Did you think we'd all just let that go?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This is right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level of
here.
privilege should be afforded to people.
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Wow.
Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad?
Oh!
Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Ooh, oh, that's right, you can talk now.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up! You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think...
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
There you are.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't
What
be
he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Wow. Maybe I should have thrown him down the well.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Work is work, I guess.
Hey, Sheriff. You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. Well, I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
You don't care. Did we do the right thing?
I'm going! Jesus!
We only have like 5 minutes.
They carry me for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit!
Forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
That's real nice.
She said
Kids,
it's
man.
pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday scene. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on?
Bigby, I know you're trying to help. But this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Okay.
I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
Marissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
What happened? Can you tell me anything else?
I don't know what happened. But that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
Why would you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you.
You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
You've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
What just happened? Special stats. So that was the conclusion of episode 5. Cliffhanger ending. Alright, so we're just looking at Bluebeard barely was in this. Okay. Alright, you offered him protection, gave him a drink, you helped him to avoid the farm. Prison the Crooked Man. Faith is dead. Georgie's dead. So was Narissa Faith in all of this? That ending is a little ambiguous. I'm looking up some stuff. Wolf Among Us ending. I'm thinking Narissa was Faith, and found her way to get out from underneath everything. And it's probably a glamour. She probably worked with Auntie Greenleaf to get out. They're gone. But she needed Vivian to break the spell, one, and for Georgie to be gone, and the Crooked Man to be behind jail. Well, in jail. That's my theory. Pick up the graphic novel today. I need to pick that up and find it on eBay or something. This is an amazing game from Telltale Games. Alright, let's look at what the extras. Anything? Book of Fables? Oh, missing a couple people. Who is this? Oh, missing alive. I like all Book of Fables. Alright, let's see what I'm missing. Chapter 1. Oh, I'm missing episode 1. Okay. What's this, episode 2? All Book of Fables entries. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'm missing Book of Fables. Did you get Faith money? We gave her money, so that means she had the money to get out. Maybe that was Faith. Alrighty, y'all. So that concludes Wolf Among Us. Hope you enjoyed that. You can catch all this on our Mixer page, or you can look at the whole thing on YouTube. We'll be uploading that soon, from start to finish. Pick up this game on the Epic Store or Xbox or PS4. It should be pretty cheap. Be good to each other. And remember, if you're going to be an ally, be an ally. Black Lives Matter. Rest in peace to all of those who have lost their lives to police brutality. And y'all have a great evening. We'll see you next time.